Hello everybody, I'm Max Roberts alongside the four-time NEW World Champion Owen, and we welcome you to NEW Brawl.
Officials and commentators have been spoken to about their recent behaviour. We do try to run a professional sporting environment here, despite the actions of our current world champion Rick Weaver, which has understandably riled a lot of people up here in NEW. And due to the length of our last episode, the committee are considering alternatives for the Men's Junior Championship match. It may be down to a single episode match with the amount of people it is if we do go ahead with a gauntlet match. We will keep you posted on that. And the committee has also set up a new ranking system. We've been wanting to get this in place since we set up the ranking system that we're using currently this year, and rather than how many championships they've had, it's now down to the days they've had. As you can see here, this is how the rankings are calculated. This is your days as a tag team champion, plus your days as an injection champion, plus your days as a junior champion, plus your days as a United Kingdom champion times 2, plus your days as a European champion times 3, plus your days as a world champion times 4, plus your days as a 3TP champion times 5. Of course, those multipliers, of course, because of the importance of those championships. As you can see here, this is how the rankings are now out. Hidden behind our logo there is Tasmania at number 1, which is incredible considering the shorter tenure he has over some of the other names on this list here.
Well, yeah, but he had that incredible tear, didn't he, through the company when he first came in, when he essentially won just about every single title.
He's currently one title short of having every title here in NEW.
Just a hair whisper away from that Grand Slam, that elusive Grand Slam, one of the hardest things to do in NEW. Of course, Fox, Rick Weaver, Nancy Valentine, the legendary Simon Youngblood, all huge names that complete the top 6. And then of course, like guys like Alice Young and Bruce Brown, certainly ringers in their own respects. Of course, Brown of Magnum Opus fame, and Alice Young, the women's world champion currently.
Yes, certainly is. As you can see, it kind of better fits what you're seeing from our competitors as of late.
I find it ironic that Snake is still in the top 30 considering he's retired.
Why we actually had him on the list there.
Haku Ross and Ray Sullivan, of course, just coming back for the EOD in the 40s there, but you see the divisions here in the rankings.
These are the separate divisions, separate to that main division that judge our singles competition. These are how the injection division and the men's and women's tag divisions are currently panning out. They have not changed. See Sean O'Grady and Tyler York there in a good running for Alex Crom's title.
Yeah, but look at Opus right down the bottom with the Jones gang. They won't be happy about that.
Orthodox. They will be looking to claw their hold back, have that opportunity here tonight against the Wolfstead, who currently hold that advantage with 1 point.
Hell of a tear that Long Tornado have gone on in the women's tag team division. 6 victories so far in that division. That's impressive.
Certainly, well, 6 points. They've certainly separated themselves from the rest though. But now we move on. Our first match here tonight is part of the Summit Tournament. Team 6 taking on Team 2. It will be the males, it will be a 4v4, full force for both teams. Certainly got a interesting set of wrestlers coming to the ring here tonight for those teams. Of course, Carl Abbott, Team 2's captain, will be part of this match because Piper Hacksaw has been eliminated, the original captain. Team 6 still at full force. All of in fact, Team 4, 5 and 6 still at full force.
Yeah, I mean, there are, like, you know, obviously as this tournament progresses, like, the more people in your team, the better. You know, the more chances your team has of getting to that later stages. But you know, it's one loss and you're out. It's a ruthless tournament because the prize is one of which, you know, is so sought after here in NEW. It's, you know, a prize within reason of anything that you want. It's more expansive than the golden ticket.
Certainly is. It comes down to negotiating with myself and the other members of the committee what you want your prize to be.
Well, you got to believe if you're a champion like this guy here, Alex Crom, of course, currently our injection division champion here in NEW, you got to believe that he's going to be looking for a dual title. I mean, one of the hardest things to achieve here in NEW, and something that Alex Crom, I believe, is more than capable of if he sets his mind to it. Of course, highly regarded as one of, if not the best technical wrestler on NEW's books. I'm sure Rick Weaver won't like me saying that, but it's true.
And again, no one's really spoken of what they plan if they get to the end of the Summit Tournament. It would be interesting to hear what Alex Crom has in mind. Well, this could be an interesting dynamic to tonight's Summit match.
From Cheyenne, Wyoming, weighing in at 163 pounds,
We have two members of the Jones gang involved tonight, but they are on opposing sides. I've got a question if Chris Jones has spoken to Eli Ward before this match.
I also have to believe that has been a discussed tactic of the Jones gang, I believe, in this tournament, you know, to divide and conquer. I mean, we have already discussed in the early onsets of this tournament, Erwin, about, you know, the potential of one of these guys from the Jones gang winning this tournament, and then of course giving the prize to this guy, which is not out the realms of possibility if they can negotiate that, of course, with the NEW committee. It'd be quite the prize to give away, wouldn't it?
Certainly would. And let's not forget, an added element to this is Joe Freeman returning here tonight. He left on less than good terms with then End Times, now members of the Jones gang.
Yeah, it's going to be great to see Joe Freeman back today. Veteran, of course, of NEW.
Turn for the leader of the WVGU, former men's world champion of 125 days. We haven't seen ZTG in action a lot recently.
Well, he came into NEW under a bit of a controversial storm cloud. Won the world title relatively quickly within his early time here within the company, and since then has somewhat lost a little bit of direction as ZTG. There's undoubtedly a questionable human being there, but undoubtedly a talented competitor.
To find himself on a team like this may help him refocus, perhaps.
Well, yeah, it could be the shot in the arm that his career needs, Erwin. I mean, only time will tell.
Barring Alex Crom, he is hanging around other former world champions.
from Lexington, Kentucky, weighing in at 239 pounds, Simon.
This, for me, says like a little bit of a sleeper agent, possibly in Simon Youngblood. I mean, he has the pedigree, he has the experience, so all he needs is that rub of luck. And if he gets that rub of luck and he gets that run, then he could go all the way in this tournament.
He's certainly got the crowd behind him.
But of course, now that Simon Youngblood has also got his eye on the tag team division with his stalwart friend and now tag team partner Cowboy Roy, if Simon Youngblood was to win this and did go for a title, would it necessarily be a singles title that he would be looking at right now?
That would be a very good question. Of course, Cowboy Roy in the main event here tonight.
A dangerous enigma, no doubt about it, Carl Abbott. I think a good choice for captain for Team 2 in my opinion, Erwin. I mean, certainly an ethereal thinker. I would say there's a lot more going on in the mind of Carl Abbott than he ever really lets you know. Not seen him for a while, but undoubtedly a great performer on his day. And intelligence, that in-ring intelligence could be a factor here for Team 2.
I've been told that he still has Piper Hacksaw in his ear out back. Whether that has anything pertaining to the tactics of tonight's match or not, I'm not sure. Oh well.
You look so damn freaked.
A return for Joe Freeman, a complete different look. I mean, this harkens back to his sort of debut look.
Yeah, it does.
Got all his dye out of his hair, he's let it curl back out.
Freeman's gone back to his roots, it looks like. Well, it worked for another certain veteran not too long ago, Erwin, so maybe the same will happen for Joe Freeman. It's great to see him look like a normal person again, that's for damn sure. A great guy, Joe, in my opinion, who got led down the wrong path by a demonic supergroup in end times. Well, if this is his attitude now, well, then the sky's the limit for Joe Freeman, because he's never ever lacked ability.
Former United Kingdom champion at 56 days, again on the auspices of end times and a slightly more turbulent time here in NEW. Again, the questions about how Freeman feels teaming up with Ward after all this time, Ward returning to that flock, if you will. I must say I'm pretty glad that Freeman doesn't seem to want anything to do with this group upon his return.
Yeah, I don't think he has any designs to be a henchman for Chris Jones, considering all the issues that those guys have had in the past. Eli Ward, I still believe, could be the brightest hope in the Jones gang right now.
It's one of those rare combinations of strength, size and speed, excuse me.
And an unhinged ability to ignore pain. Eli Ward's a tough kid.
Both Eli Ward and Lobo Mysterio also held that United Kingdom Championship in the past for incredible stretches. Eli Ward 546 days, Lobo Mysterio also 543 days.
Well, he was an hour late, but he's here. Lobo Mysterio also. Knowing Lobo, he's probably annoyed it's not the main event.
Again, half an hour will be on the clock, it will be elimination. This tag team battle. We've
used the word enigma, raw talent phenomenon. They are all relevant. They are all words that you could use to describe Lobo Mysterioso. But there are other words: controversial, twisted, disruptive. I have said it on so many occasions, Erwin, you can go as far as he wants to go, but I am genuinely starting to question how much does he want it? You know, what are Lobo Mysterioso's goals now? I mean, he's got this bizarre relationship with his daughter now that all of that dirty linen has been aired. And ever since then, he seems to fight when he wants to fight and does what he wants to do. He's a law upon himself, quite frankly. It's Lobo Mysterioso. The wolf on his cape is a bit of a clue there. Lone wolf. Doesn't really come close to describe it. He's a very hard guy to get close to.
He has not used his daughter, who he usually uses as a mouthpiece, to make his intentions clear since his loss of the United Kingdom Championship, but again, maybe they are waiting for the possibility of winning this tournament.
He's certainly got the ability and the potential to win this tournament.
I believe Maria Mysterioso is still in. I think she's one of the choices here. Now we'll look when the rankings come up after the match. But
I genuinely just think it comes down to how focused Lobo Mysterioso is right now on his in-ring career, and not his outside interests, which are various and dubious at best.
Well, it's arguably two very evenly matched teams here tonight, so it could be a sign of how interested in this he actually is. Two big men kicking things off, the strength of either team, I would say.
Yeah, well, I mean, Team 6 have put in Alex Crom, who's without question, I would say, certainly the most technical of that team. Carl Abbott on Team 2, no doubt the most powerful.
Just kicking things off with a huge spinning powerbomb.
I've got to say, with all due respect to Alex Crom, who's no doubt not a weak guy by any stretch of the imagination, but with Carl Abbott starting for Team 2, I might have personally started with Youngblood and kept Crom in reserve.
He's managed to come back against a returning Joe Freeman here.
They've had some great matches in the past, Alex Crom and Joe Freeman. Two fellow NEW veterans.
Big headbutt from Alex Crom to the chest of Joe Freeman. And again. And probably wonder how much ring rust there's going to be for Freeman, who's getting wrapped up here by Crom. Armbar, I believe. Lobo making the save. Shot in response from Crom. Just dumps Lobo Mysterioso to the outside, going straight back to Joe Freeman, who's had no answer here.
Well, yeah, as you say, ring rust is definitely going to be a factor. I mean, unless you're Lobo Mysterioso, when it doesn't seem to matter. You know, if you're a normal competitor and you've not been in the ring for a number of months, bridge there. Dear Lord, that interference there by ZTG was just maybe a moment too late, but it certainly got the job done. That bridge of Alex Crom was damn near perfect. Almost took Joe Freeman out right there and then. Less than 2 minutes into this thing, Freeman really needs to try and regroup here.
Butterfly gutbuster this time from Alex Crom.
Tag made.
Thanks for Chris Jones.
Yeah,
Freeman back to his feet, but not quick enough to stop those blocks of Jones, or shots of Jones, excuse me.
The enigmatic leader of the Jones gang. The shameless self-promoter, Chris Jones.
Freeman finally finding an opening, big backdrop. Drop kick to the back of the head. I think considered tagging Eli Ward there and changed his mind. Jawbreaker.
Tag made.
Toward.
Well, now Freeman's settled into this thing, he's looking a little bit more comfortable, it should be said there. Looks like he's in tremendous shape for his return matchup here in NEW. Tag made.
Some quick shots there from Eli Ward to his stablemate Chris Jones.
Oh yeah, well there are no favours in the Summit tournament, especially if you're on different teams. I mean, you know, as I said, I do believe that Eli Ward and Chris Jones and have had a discussion about a divide and conquer type of tactic for the Jones gang in this tournament, so they had to be aware of the possibility of this happening.
Abbott now just going to work on Chris Jones on the outside.
It's not what you want. A 300-pound angry Scottish man landing on you in a joint like that. Oh dear Lord!
Throwing Jones across the outside of the ring there.
I mean, the fact is that, oh good God, with the sheer size and power of Carl Abbott, I mean, he could break a limb on the outside with very minimum effort. There's no give on those mats, ladies and gentlemen, as we've said many times before. It's a concrete floor. You can see it as the fans stand there. It's a great shot. It's a great example of what these guys are landing on.
At the count of 7, Carl Abbott decided to go back out. That may have been a mistake. Jones getting the upper hand there and getting back in the ring. But taking a long way around. Jones there to intercept. Just gets shoved back down by the strength of Abbott. Big knee to the face.
Yeah, I'm not sure how wise it was for Chris Jones to try and even attempt a power game against someone like Carl Abbott. Brings in Eli Ward, of course, as he said, the stablemate of Chris Jones. A great knee drag there. Oh, what beautiful reversal by Ward.
Number 2. Freeman going after ZTG there for a moment.
Maybe an edge of resentment in those kicks there from Ward.
Tag made to Abbott, who is back on the case of Chris Jones. Stomping away on the hand.
Well, we've seen this a few times in this Summit tournament, Erwin, where certain members of the team take in certain roles, and there's no question Team 2's enforcer is right now, is there, in his Carl Abbott.
One-handed spine
The sheer power of this guy.
Running power slam.
One hand as well. Just picking up Chris Jones like a paper bag.
Jones in big trouble here. Stuck in the corner. What's Abbott thinking? Just a big powerbomb into the buckle. Tag made to Freeman. Jones desperately getting a tag to Simon Youngblood. Catches Freeman coming in. Drops him over the top rope. And then makes a tag to Alex Crom. Crom looking for a powerbomb. Freeman manages to slip free. Gets Crom down on the mat. Gets a tag out to Eli Ward again.
Of course, Joe Freeman might be considered one of the biggest melee men in NEW history. I believe only he has one tag team title to his name here. The only title he's won, I believe, in his NEW career. I could be wrong there.
The UK Championship as well.
Oh, I stand corrected. I forgot about the UK Championship.
Big knees to Eli Ward, who got trapped in that corner by Alex Crom.
Shot there by Ward.
Thrust kick.
And that get out of jail free card there by Alex Crom. That vicious thrust kick, tagging in ZTG.
Missed with the actual kick and caught a knee to the face. I'm not quite sure.
It's all gravy at that point. It still does the same job. It took out Ward.
ZTG.
Oh dear Lord.
Taking advantage of the situation, and rightfully so.
Yeah, who wouldn't, frankly, in that same situation.
Ward still rocked.
ZTG has always been a little bit of a piranha in that ring.
Heavy strikes from Ward.
Said it, man. Said it at the opening of this one there. Erwin there. Ward's double tough. No doubt about it. Like, there was a genuine discussion when he first got here, if you remember, of whether or not he enjoyed pain. Some of the matches and the situations that he was getting himself into. Oh!
Carl Abbott caught Alex Crom coming in. Now focusing on ZTG. Escapes, chop block.
That's a good old-fashioned piece of counter wrestling there by CTG. I'll be goddamned.
Oh! Strike by Abbott. Crom again breaking free. Oh! Right.
Not seen a lot of Simon Youngblood in this match so far.
No, Youngblood did one move and tagged back out. Oh.
Stanley Uranagi, Chris Jones, ZTG and Alex Crom all put in a bit of a shift for Team 6, but
takedown.
They're either keeping Youngblood in reserve here as this match wears on, or Youngblood is perhaps thinking about just keeping himself out of trouble and letting the other guys wear themselves out. There's only one winner in this thing in the long run.
Yeah, certainly if you're on the apron you're less likely to get eliminated. Oh, standing Spanish fly.
Well, it has to be said, the mere fact that Chris Jones can do that to a guy twice his size
450 splash
is incredibly impressive. That 450 is a game changer. Double axe handle. Eli Ward of all people breaking up the pin.
CTG sending him over the rope. Chris Jones having a look. Does not look impressed. Refocusing, heads back up to the top rope. Oh, inverted 450, but I haven't got the knees up this time. Oh, big splash.
Yeah, nothing fancy about Carl Abbott's response. Just dropping that big bulk on top of Jones, who, to his credit, absorbed it and is returning those shots to the big Scotsman.
Yeah, meanwhile, ZTG going to work on Eli Ward on the outside of the ring.
Well, it was only a matter of time before the Carney brought the dirt shot to the match, wasn't it, really? Oh, Carl Abbott there.
Buster.
2. Oh. Chris Jones is fighting for his life here against a much bigger opponent.
This match breaking down at the 20-minute mark.
I know you hate him beyond all words, Erwin, but you can't help but be a little bit impressed by Chris Jones here tonight.
Seen him do similar things with Vega in the
Tag
past.
made.
Does can't argue that he is impressive at times. Oh, light switch there by ZTG. Alex Crom going, oh, hang on, there's a pin in the ring, guys. Only a 2 from what I've just heard. Oh.
I swear, sometimes our tech monkeys deserve a slap. ZTG there with an elbow right across the jawline to Carl Abbott. Well, they banned me from the production truck, so you'll have to talk to them this time. Chris Jones, tag made.
Abbott trying to make his way to the corner. Chris Jones too busy goading the audience. Oh, big headbutt. Abbott looks to be bust open. Oh, possibly the hands of ZTG.
Yeah, ZTG or Chris Jones definitely opened up the head of Carl Abbott there.
Oh, Freeman, still no elimination so far. Joe Freeman fighting free of the grasp of Chris Jones. Oh, beautiful fisherman's. Didn't go for the pin, perhaps. Oh, now he's going for the pin. I was going to say, perhaps he thought he was too close to the opposing team. Oh, some big kicks from Freeman. Northern Lights. Oh. Brutal kicks to the head of Chris Jones. Oh, look at that. Freeman looking for some kind of submission there. I couldn't quite get a good view of it before it was broken up. Chris Jones again fighting back. Simon Youngblood taking it to Carl Abbott on the outside.
Well, I'm going to give, so far at least, Team 6's MVP to the leader of the Jones gang, Chris Jones. This has been an incredibly impressive showing from the former 4-time world champion. Backbreaker there to the other OG in Joe Freeman, who's had a rough night at the office, first night back.
Yeah, he certainly has. It's not getting any easier in the ring with Alex Crom, who's looking for that camel clutch. Has it in. ZTG blocking
that's
Eli
it.
Ward.
Freeman's out.
Yeah, Freeman eliminated, attacked.
Yeah, I mean, the second that Crom had that camel clutch locked in, it was all but over for Joe Freeman. I mean, it's his first night back. There'll be better days for Joe Freeman, I have no doubt about that. But I just don't think tonight was his night.
Ward now the legal man. He was already getting assaulted by ZTG on the outside, and Alex Crom went to meet him.
Well, yeah, it's definitely not helped his case, has it? That assault from ZTG on the outside.
As you said earlier on, this is a brutal tournament. Everyone knows what is at stake. Sometimes they take it a bit further than they arguably normally would in competition.
Just the insane shape that Alex Crom is in right now.
Look at that power.
Honestly, he has gone to a different level since he's won that injection championship. And you know, how often do I say it pretty much every time he has a match that he's the best technical wrestler on our books. Well, there's a conversation there. I've said it a few times now. One of the best in the world. Absolutely top 3 or 4 technical wrestlers in the world.
Oh, big clothesline by Eli Ward.
Truly do believe that Eli Ward's just a psychopath, but he's a tough kid. He's got all the potential in the world.
Thrust kick.
That thrust kick has been absolutely devastating tonight too.
Mysterioso with the save. Crucial moment. Jones intercepting him afterwards. Alex Crom still on the attack. Eli Ward. Big knees to the back. Look for a tag, but everyone on Crom's team distracted. Albert getting in the way there, providing a distraction himself. That's just what Team 2 need at this point. One of their members eliminated. It's a hard clothesline again from Ward. Rib breaker. Quick response from Crom. Get out of dodge, tag to ZTG.
Well, I think it's pretty clear that Joe Freeman's just taking the night off at this point. He's been a spectator in this thing.
ZTG saw that coming. Neck breaker. Just a show of disrespect from ZTG there.
Or would you expect anything less? From Zulite the Great.
Tag made to Chris Jones. Again, both these teammates battling it out here.
Yeah, and there has been no hesitation when it's come down to fighting, has there? Between Eli Ward and Chris Jones. You have to wonder if there is that little bit of friction between the Jones gang right now, considering their complete change of their direction lately, and frankly their lack of success.
The Phantom being the only one who's had any real success out of them. Some beautiful work from Mysterioso though. A shotgun drop kick in the corner. ZTG making the save for Chris Jones. Sent to the outside, tag again to Eli Ward. Back to Ward, the stablemates go. What an uppercut.
Well, Eli Ward meant that vicious left hand there, that uppercut there, just cleaving Chris Jones off his feet.
Big back elbows. Tag made to Lobo Mysterioso. And perhaps, like Paul Masters, Chris Jones may be in that point of spending too much time in that ring. Starting to backfire, but yet again, commentators curse perhaps. Oh, big Samoan drop. Tag made to Alex Crom. Oh, caught Mysterioso coming in. The drop toe hold, looking for that camel clutch again. Oh, Adam trying to make the save, intercepted by Chris Jones. Mysterioso though not tapping.
Yeah, Mysterioso just refusing to give up.
Oh.
Alex Crom, of course, a master of submission.
Breaker and then going
Well,
into
finally,
the kick
a personal front after one, I might add. Just Mysterioso showing that toughness.
Got caught again by Crom.
Yeah, caught and countered into that Uranagi. Great counter by Alex Crom, it has to be said. And again, working right back on those arms that have been the focus point of Crom since Mysterio came back into this ring.
His takedowns are a work of art.
Like, all his counters are a work of art. Honestly, Alex Crom, I tell you, since that Injection Division Championship, they're just other level good.
Mysterioso meeting that with an equal. Beautiful reverse DDT there.
Oh!
Big drop kick to the back.
Tag made
to Eli Ward, no sign of Carl Abbott. Big belly to belly by Alex Crom. Oof. Trying to find a position, Eli Ward. Got an opportunity. Just bench pressing Alex Crom.
Tag made.
And oh, kiss of death to Chris Jones. Simon Youngblood making the save. Alex Crom hesitant to.
About the only useful thing he's done in this match tonight, it has to be said, Simon Youngblood.
Yeah, it's not like Simon
Tag made.
Youngblood to
I don't think I've ever seen him be so
take a
inactive.
lazy route out,
Yeah.
if you will. Oh, still 9 minutes in this thing. Maybe saving him. Oh, for a 5-minute flurry perhaps, I'm not sure.
Youngblood saving himself in this one. Got a headbutt there by Chris Jones. This has been a tactical choice by Youngblood, basically to protect his body, I think, as much as possible. I mean, we have seen how physical these matches can be. I don't think there's any other real explanation at this point. This has been a smart game plan by the former world champion. ZTG, however, has been in the thick of it here tonight.
Taking on Abbott here with success. Circling
Tag
his
made.
prey and then making a tag to Alex Crom. Oh, Abbott taking one. Oh,
Also certainly took his bumps here tonight.
Crom.
Alex Crom.
Oh! Steeple again. Oh! And then interference by Ward, my word.
Yeah, Eli Ward just literally using his head as a battering ram there, taking off CTG.
Crom again.
Oh, beautiful full Nelson, half Nelson, excuse me. Overhead suplex.
Just a snap.
But he did that with one arm as well. Just
Looking for a camel clutch again. Abbott quick enough to get out.
yeah, like impressive speed there by Carl Abbott.
Not a man known for his speedy reflexes, I'll say that.
I've always felt for a guy his size, he does move fairly quickly, Carl Abbott.
Looking for that buckle bomb again.
Oh! I mean, the guy's the size of a house. You know, you gotta put these things into
Yes,
perspective.
true.
Tag made.
Tag made to Lobo Mysterioso.
I mean, I've never seen a Sasquatch do a moonsault, but I'm pretty sure Carl Abbott could do it.
Speaking of moonsaults, spinning splash there by Lobo Mysterioso. Into the Anaconda Vice.
Oh.
That's it. Crom. Unusual to see Crom tap out.
Yeah, it is. Lobo Mysterio also just tapped out the Injection Division champion. That's quite the statement. Also, I do believe Simon Youngblood could have done something about that and then essentially chose not to.
Hesitation by Youngblood.
I'm telling you, man, Youngblood's come into this thing with a game plan.
Different thought process than I expected, that's for
Yeah,
sure.
absolutely, completely out of character, I would say, for Youngblood. I mean, we call him the Lionheart, for God's sake.
Well,
He's certainly not afraid to get stuck in.
This thing has evened out, and all of a sudden Team 2 look like they've got a new lease of life here. Chris Jones threw a naggy to Mysterioso. Working on that leg. Crom still down.
Beautiful hurricane round the counter there by Lobo Mysterioso.
Quick thinking with those quick feet. Takes it back to his corner, but Jones breaking free just before he gets there.
You know, we've seen it before, but I'd love to see Mysterioso and Crom go at it. Isn't Crom out of this match? Didn't he submit?
Yeah, he's still down.
Clearly took a
Anaconda nice by Mysterioso. Oh, and Phantom Cutter.
God, Mysterioso going on the tear here.
Youngblood saving Jones.
Finally doing some work. It's Simon Youngblood.
I think Youngblood could have perhaps thought that Crom wasn't going to tap. I mean, again, I can't remember the last time we've seen that happen.
Yeah, it's certainly been a while.
Mysterioso.
Beautiful.
Springboard. Standing 450. Yeah, standing shooting south press, excuse me. Still in the ring. Caught Mysterioso. Powerbomb. Once again giving him the count. Gets back out. Tag made to Eli Ward. Chris Jones still down. Ward to the top rope. Frog splash.
Beautiful frog splash by Ward. Not afraid to put his own body on the line.
Going for the pin.
ZTG this time running interference. Double axe handle to break up the pin. Lobo there just a second too late.
Neckbreaker by Jones.
A great reversal again by Chris Jones. I've said it again. Very impressive here tonight. I think Jones knows that this tournament might be the best chance his gang has of some gold right now.
Once again, there's some chaos going on the outside. Simon Youngblood attacking Lobo Mysterioso.
Yeah, he's done nothing for 30 minutes, and all of a sudden Simon Youngblood coming to life on the outside, hitting anything that moves.
Eli Ward now the man that's down. I think Abbott was looking to stop Chris Jones there. Lost his balance on the apron. Inverted 450 splash to Ward.
That was a great recovery by Jones to actually land that move, considering the slip off the top turnbuckle. Eli Ward getting the kick out. Tag made. ZTG now legal man. 3.5 minutes left on the clock. There's still time for a 1 or 2.
Went for the leg war. That's super kick as ETG's. Eli Ward quick to counter him. Yeah, tag made. Mysterioso back in the ring. 3 minutes remaining on the clock. Still plenty of time for elimination. Pele kick. ZTG got his knees up. Boot. Mysterioso finding his way free.
Tag made.
TG in the corner. What's he thinking here? Hurricane Rana into a powerbomb by Abbott.
Yeah, that was a tremendous double team between Lobo and Carl Abbott there. Impressive kick out by ZTG after one. Tag made again. Some great teamwork between Mysterioso and Abbott.
Wouldn't that be an interesting pairing.
Or Mysterio and Abbott, yeah, that would definitely be a bit of an odd couple, no doubt.
Rope, shooting star press.
Could be a dangerous combination, let's not give them any ideas. Tag made. It's like they've been teaming together for a while though, isn't it?
Does seem unnaturally natural. Oh.
Well, 1 minute 40 left on the clock. And now we're looking at what? 3 guys apiece here, either team.
Elimination for both teams. Oh.
So there's still time to maybe get 1 or 2 more eliminations left on the clock here if these guys focus. I mean, the more eliminations the better really at this point. I don't think we're going to get an all-out winner. I can't see 3 eliminations at the time we have left, but...
Yeah, 1 or 2 still possible.
Absolutely.
Another Phantom Cutter.
God. Lobo Mysterio also has suddenly decided to come to work. Oh!
And again a hesitation by Youngblood to save his teammates here in the summit. Light switch by ZTG.
Well, we said that the Summit tournament will raise some interesting factors, and I think tonight we've seen the first example of a tactical game being played, of all people, by Simon Youngblood, and with 35 seconds remaining on the clock for only the second time in this match tonight. Simon Youngblood is the legal man.
Lobo Mysterio is having none of that, or reversal. Quick feet. Drop kick.
Well, he's not going to get out of this completely unscathed because now Carl Levitt's the legal man.
Because Youngblood into a corner. 5 seconds remaining. We're not going to see any more eliminations here. Time is essentially up. There you have it.
Well, that was a match. Yeah, that was certainly an interesting.
This always throws in surprises. Something.
Yeah,
I
it really does.
Expect to see Alex Crom submit, tap out to a submission hold.
Yeah, Alex Crom taps. Joe Freeman on his return matchup.
Also taps.
Also tapped out. Yeah, but the rest of the guys survived, as you say. 1 elimination each for each team of 6 and 2.
Yeah,
Simon Youngblood with a completely different approach to what we were expecting here, and as you said, it can all happen.
We're at full strength.
No.
Only 2 teams left at full strength, Team 5 and Team 4.
Yeah, all these people starting to fall.
We will be back with tag team action after a short break. Don't go anywhere.
some irrelevant old Japan stuck at some bullshit matches because he was stupid enough to get a Magnum Opus. Wait, what kind of bullshit is this? Let me be clear, there will come a time where I won't need to accept this. Did I not make it clear? We run this place. We're the biggest revenue stream in this company's pathetic history. I am the fucking one. I'm the best damn technical wrestler in the world. Bruce Brown. Well, he's the toughest motherfucker in the business, and he's and go ways of bread. Morse is gonna surprise all you carny hicks and do things your tiny dicks couldn't comprehend. Heck, you were good enforcers. We were barely a mid-quarter, and your group is one loss away from irrelevant. The black hole of truth is Marie Sullivan, and that Humpty Dumpty love child though is Reed's in the tag team division. Irrelevant, and they're all ain't in the same class, the same league of the Frenchman. Indeed, you'll end up being said if the committee keeps trying to push me and my guys into the corner, then you've done to start betting back in a big way. Trust me, you won't like me when I'm angry. Don't underestimate me. Don't try to outthink me, and don't try to be the world is yours. Fuck no, it already belongs to us.
Well, again we must apologise for the language used by our world champion.
It's yet another fine for Rick Weaver.
He's racking them up lately, isn't he? Attempted murder, unprofessionalism. How many complaints about him in the back from the guys at the moment? I mean, 7, 8?
Never ending. Of course, Magnum Opus looking to get back on that tag team ladder, it would seem.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to
The funny thing is we find Rick Weaver and effectively sponsors pay it. The more controversial Rick Weaver seems to be, the more influential he seems to get with outside interests, which therefore give Magnum Opus more influence and more power, which is something, of course, our beloved world champion, I'm sure, is loving every second of. Well, tonight's not about him or his arrogance, quite frankly. It's about Bruce Brown and Brad Morse trying to make some inroads into this tag team division.
Yeah, Durand has essentially weaseled their way into a junior championship.
Yeah.
And now it falls down to Brad Morse and Bruce Brown to pick up some gold. That is no doubt the intention.
Well, I mean,
Opus.
you know, I think certainly at the moment it seems that Rick Weaver and Bruce Brown seem to be incredibly tight, and of course Rick Weaver let slip a few weeks ago that Bruce Brown had some involvement in one of their many sponsorship deals or marketing arrangements, which has of course increased the bottom line for Magnum Opus, which is all ultimately Rick Weaver is about. Brad Morse right now ultimately has a little bit more to prove than I would say than the Scottish spinebreaker Bruce Brown, who has completely seemed to embrace this corporate Magnum Opus, if you will. Rick Weaver genuinely sees this team as a franchise, Owen.
He has invested heavily in this rendition. Of course, they are former tag team champions of 210 days. Of course, the Wolf's Den have 1 point on the board.
Yeah, they have faced Opus in the past, haven't they?
I don't think they have. Their debut team match, I actually forget who it was against. That went to a draw, which is how the Wolves then earned that point. Magnum Opus then at that time tag team champions.
Well, there's no question about who has more experience as a team. No question about who has more experience in big matches. But you know, that unknown actually may be the greatest advantage that the Wolfpack have here tonight, Erwin. I mean, they're very hard to study, they're very hard to revise because they just haven't had that many matches yet as a team, especially within NEW.
If Opus had had any opportunity, they'd have to have looked at Ronin Pro to essentially see where the Wolves Den came from. Oof. Hard shots by Brad Marshall.
Well, I happen to know for a fact that Rick Weaver is a very prepared individual for his own matches, but I'm not sure of how much of a factor that is for the rest of his team.
Tag made to Bruce Brown. I believe it's the two powerhouses of the team going toe to toe. Look at that strength.
That'd be a scary one-on-one to watch, wouldn't it? Power Wolf and Bruce Brown. You chuck Carl Abbott in there and it'd be a bloodbath.
Bruce Brown now off. Taking Power Wolf to the corner. Back elbows, tag made to Brad Morse. Airwolf finally getting in the ring. Speed of Airwolf. Found some success himself in the Summit tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, you know, he's a bit of a lively luchador, isn't he, by the looks of it? His Airwolf and shades of an early Juan Gonzalez, perhaps. A few years ago, before Juan started to mix up his style a little bit more, and we know that, you know, if they're good enough and they're quick enough, then that is a way to be successful here in NEW, because, you know, luchadors, certainly good luchadors, are very hard to counter against. Some great power work here by Brad Morse, as you would expect, against a smaller man.
Just not giving Airwolf any room to breathe. As he continues his attack here. Airwolf with a quick shot to the gut.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Juan Gonzalez, despite his legendary status here in NEW, a former 5-time NEW tag team champion, arguably one of the best European champions we've ever had, has probably got more matches behind him, tag made again by both these guys than he does in front of him. And Airwolf could be flying the flag for future luchadors here in NEW. Powerwolf now the legal man against Brad Morse, who really needs to impress for me in this one tonight.
Big power slam there by Powerwolf. Power by name, power by nature. Caught Brad Morse. What's he got planned here? Torture rack. Brad Morse kicking that top rope, causing a rope break. Powerwolf still on the attack though. And a clothesline by Morse, tag made to Bruce Brown.
Yeah, Brown now the legal man, and again, you know, I really don't blame Brad Morse there for getting out relatively quickly and tagging in the bigger guy, because I mean, Powerwolf makes Bruce Brown look small. I mean, that's pretty impressive in its own right. We know Bruce Brown won't back down. Rick Weaver called him the toughest MF in the business. Oh dear, sweet Jesus! Why. That's exactly why. I mean, you know, let's be honest, our world champion's not a stupid man. There's a reason why he's associated with this guy. There's a reason why he's associated with Brad Morse.
Bruce Brown continuing to work on that leg that Brad Morse attacked right at the start of this match.
Whether you like it or not, ladies and gentlemen, all three of these men are ringers. As Rick Weaver calls them, they are prime time players.
Experts in their craft for sure. It's just the attitude that stinks. Powerwolf finding an opening, just overpowering Brad Morse and again slamming him to the mat.
Well, I don't think necessarily there's anything wrong with being good and knowing that you're good, but it's the way they've gone around it, about it, Erwin. I mean, I do agree with you in that respect. There is no moral compass left as far as Magnum Opus are concerned. Tag made. There's nothing that this group won't do. Genuinely, I don't believe there is nothing they wouldn't do to be successful, to be champions. That's all they care about. Money, power, influence.
Bruce Brown, backslide driver. Didn't go for a pin. Time made to Brad Morse.
Some great teamwork here by Moss and Brown here tonight. Some quick tags.
For a pin. Only got a 2.
No real corner work to speak of yet from either team, it has to be said. All this match has been square centre. I mean, Airwolf have actually, Airwolf and Powerwolf have both elected to stand toe to toe with Opus in this one. Tag made.
Big gut wrench overhead by Powerwolf. Sends Brad Morse into the corner.
Yeah, which is bad news for Morse, who I do think, as I said earlier, is under the most pressure under the Opus umbrella at the moment. Big backdrop.
Hasn't held the title since losing those tag team championships, whereas Bruce Brown arguably had that buffer of the European title.
And the sponsorship deal. Oh.
And shots by Powerwolf. Big powerbomb.
Tagged it. Well, when you can throw a guy like Bruce Brown around like a rag doll, I think that gives you a reason why we call him Powerwolf.
Kiss of death from Airwolf. Some shots to the gut by Bruce Brown. Blocked. Airwolf fighting back. Big knee. Hard kick. Looks to Powerwolf. Brad Morse makes an appearance as well. Again, just overpowered. Powerwolf taking a swing at Bruce Brown. Tag again to Airwolf. And a chop by Brad Morse. Big belly to belly out of that open corner. Tag made to Bruce Brown.
It's undoubted as well that both these guys, good lord, Brown and Morse do look like they've been hitting the gym like absolute freaks over the last few weeks. They're considerable frames, looking even more impressive than usual. Whatever, Rick Weaver has said a lot lately about both these guys, bigging them up, and now the expectation is on them. Airwolf, a much less experienced competitor and a much less experienced team, is holding their own here tonight.
Shots to the gut. Bruce Brown looking for a belly to belly. Airwolf blocking it. Hard shots. Knee to the face.
I mean, there's still plenty of time for that to change for either team, but if this was to end in a draw here tonight, then I would have to say that Opus would look at that as a failure. I know Rick Weaver would look at that as a failure.
Yeah, certainly. Not the result they are after a win here tonight, that is for sure. And as you say, the Wolves then seem to be doing well at blocking an opportunity here. Beating down Bruce Brown in front of Rick Weaver.
Beat to the battle there by, dear lord.
And that Powerwolf going after Brad Morse. tag made to Airwolf. And they are not battling the legal man here. Oh, big boot. Airwolf now going after Bruce Brown.
Too busy showboarding.
Oh, I'm going after Rick Weaver.
Yeah, Airwolf attacking the world champion.
Oh. Bruce Brown there trying to serve his leader. He took a few shots there from Airwolf.
Yeah, Rick Weaver now essentially directing traffic, telling Bruce Brown to make Airwolf suffer for his insolence. We know Airwolf's got that fiery temper, but he just literally took a cheap shot at our world champion.
Maybe not happy with the way Rick Weaver's been conducting himself again. Everyone getting a bit on edge with that recently.
Well, yeah, he's about
here trying to shut the crowd up.
He's about as popular as the bubonic plague, let's be honest, at the moment. In the back.
As you said, Rick Weaver giving the directions there, and Bruce Brown just obeying.
Yeah, I think it's gone from winning the match to basically hurting Airwolf. I think that's now the objective. There seems to be blood trickling from out of that mask as well, so Airwolf clearly been hurt by the spine breaker. Oh, Bruce Brown, dear sweet Jesus.
Big Luthez press taking Powerwolf to the mat.
Just grounded Powerwolf like he was.
Look at this.
Just sheer strength by Brown. Well, his boss said something and it has fired up the Scottish Cyborg.
Oh, brainbuster. Oof. Shot to the gut by Powerwolf. Oh, jawbreaker by Bruce Brown.
Oh, what a right. Tag made, just floored him with a right hander in.
Brad Moss back in the ring. Oh, big power slam.
Great snap on that power slam by Moss, as you would expect. Another quick tag.
The pin.
Oh, 2.9, that was close.
Brown not impressed. Poison ready. Powerwolf again able to block it, but got caught in the backslide driver.
Yeah, we've seen this before from Brown. Moss
Airwolf makes a save.
Yeah, Airwolf got there quicker, as you would expect from the luchador. Brown a little bit slow off the mark to run that interference. Powerwolf's trying to regain a little bit of control over Bruce Brown, who's been on the tear for the last couple of minutes.
Oh, big powerbomb.
That'll do it. Brad Moss is there.
Oh.
2.9. Brown got out on his own.
Oh, another big powerbomb for Powerwolf.
Yeah, just a vicious, vicious powerbomb by a huge man. Oh, not again.
Another spinning powerbomb.
3 powerbombs in a row.
Oh, Brad Moss making the serve this time.
I think he had to that
the
time.
clutches just there. Oh, and that's strength again of Powerwolf.
Ridiculous.
All the pressure on that ankle, Bruce Brown, of Bruce Brown. Brad Moss making the save.
Yeah, literally just punching Powerwolf in the head. Powerwolf completely ignoring him, but it was enough to break the hold.
It's just broken down in the last minute here. Airwolf and Brad Moss battling elsewhere. Bruce Brown and Powerwolf, the legal men. Oh. Shots by Powerwolf to the back of Brown. Oh, Spinebuster. Finally nails it.
Oh, dear Lord! 3 seconds left on the clock and that was it. Powerwolf's got his shoulder up. Bruce
Not
Brown
the
knows
result
it.
they want.
Opus furious.
Wow.
Rick Weaver seething at ringside.
Well, Max, we haven't even really talked about our main event here tonight.
No, there's been so much going on here tonight that we have barely touched upon this, which should be an interesting confrontation to say the very least, Erwin. Two guys at completely different parts of their career.
Round and round and round.
Cowboy to Roy.
Where it stops, nobody goes there.
Weighing in at 255 pounds, the legend.
Side to side, baby, back and forth.
Well, his impact on this company and this business has been well documented. Roy has decided to do it the hard way. He wants that world title back, and he's building it up through rankings, building it up through in-ring action, and has essentially gone back to a full-time schedule at this stage of the game.
Currently ranked at number 11, 51.81% win ratio. And for this much time in the company, that is more than impressive. Former two-time Intercontinental Champion of 130 days, a former three-time NEW World Champion of 305 days. And I I know deep down Roy wants to prove he can hold the title for over a year. I know that is on one of the challenges that has been on his mind for some time.
Well, I think Roy wants to join that hallowed ground of that 4th world title. I mean, I think there's only 2 men in our entire company's history that's actually done it, and it's yourself, Erwin, and Chris Jones. I don't think anybody else has got that elusive 4th world title. There's 1 or 2 3-time world champions hanging around that are knocking right on the door, and Cowboy Roy is on that list. Well, I have been waxing lyrical lately about this young man, and for good reason, because his improvement over the last 12 months has been nothing short of sensational. Paul Masters has made a believer out of me.
Currently ranked number 20, a 64.29% win ratio. Former NEW Men's Junior Champion of 252 days, a former NEW UK Champion of 189 days. Certainly is beginning to build up the accolades here in NEW.
And he's already collected a few big scalps along the way. Do not underestimate Paul Masters, ladies and gentlemen, because he is more than capable of pulling out the upset here tonight against Cowboy Roy.
He started getting everyone's attention, answering a lot of the open challenges that were being laid down by people when he first came in.
I think Paul Masters, learned quickly that you have to take your opportunities where you can here in NEW. As you have said often, Erwin, it's a free match card, and earning a title shot in NEW is hard work at the best of times. So when you get your opportunities, you have to make them count.
Yeah, I mean, there's 52 shows a year, barring when we put a flashback in. That time is limited each year to make an impact here. Oof.
Don't think I've forgotten about you, Roy.
What the
Sounds like a microphone from out back.
The hell was that?
Distraction there.
Who was that?
I don't know, it sounded like Chris Jones. Oof. Again has his own vendetta against Cowboy Roy.
Well, I think if we listed off all of Chris Jones's enemies, I think that would be a show in itself. Oh! Powerbomb there by Cowboy Roy, refocusing on the outside. Paul Masters, quite rightly, I may add, completely took advantage of that distraction and tried to go to work on the outside, but the veteran has refound his stride. Dear God! Not sure if Paul Masters wants to get into a brawl with the Cowboy.
Oh, backbreaker. That's it, recovering quickly, a quick shot, and then quite wisely getting back in the ring.
Well, this is going to be how Paul Masters is going to win this match. Stick and move. He's obviously going to have the speed advantage over the veteran. There's no way he's going to have a power advantage, with all due respect to him. Paul Masters is a freakish athlete, but Cowboy Roy is farm strong. Oh!
That's displayed right there with that Saito suplex and big fist drop.
Obviously, as well, the hardest right hand in the business certainly doesn't hurt.
Raining down strikes there. Oh, sweep the leg by Paul Masters. Oh, went for a lion salt. Roy got out of the way. Oof. Hard shot again from Roy.
You'll notice that the Cowboy actually wears gloves.
Oof.
Well, that was not a fashion choice of Roy's. That was some brave member of our production crew basically asking him very politely if he wouldn't mind wearing some.
Oh, Masters looking for a Masters clash.
Oh!
Connect.
Going for a pin. That could be over. Massive shock. 2.9. That was close, and Cowboy Roy is busted wide open.
Face first into the mat, and Paul Masters has noticed that half camel clutch locked in. Roy escapes. Roy is not unused to the sight of his own blood, but that will be a factor in this match against Paul Masters.
Well, certainly the longer it goes,
Oh,
the longer it's going to affect the veteran. There's no doubt about that. Paul Masters, quite wisely, going for that open wound. I mean, you can't really blame him. The damage is already done, so he may as well take advantage of it.
That uppercut. Roy now in trouble. Masters just doing what he can to exploit that wound.
Well, yeah, why wouldn't you? I mean, you know,
it's a wise tactic.
You're a young guy. You're trying to make a name for yourself. You're in the ring with NEW royalty, and the guy is bleeding like a stuffed pig. Why the hell wouldn't you just go for it? 2.9. Beating Cowboy Roy still holds a tremendous amount of kudos in the back, certainly from some of the younger guys.
Calf crusher. Roy in big trouble here.
That in itself puts the target on the Cowboy's back, and you're absolutely right. Moves like that are not going to help the veterans' cause.
Free. Paul Masters. Just a fisherman's throw there, less than a suplex. A launch stab. Bomb.
Well, he very rarely pulls that one out of the bag nowadays, but Paul Masters seems to have earned that one tonight.
Hanging low in the corner, you know what this means.
Spear! Most devastating spear in the business.
Looks like Cowboy Roy has overcome the odds once more.
No, 2.9! Again, Masters gets his shoulder off. That's impressive. That is sheer grit by the youngster Paul Masters. I'm sure if he wasn't in a match with him right now, Cowboy Roy would have great respect for that kick out.
Big side slam. Wrenching the arm into the mat. Just Cowboy Roy just dishing out the damage, and now he's bust Paul Masters open.
Yeah, that's I think what's known as a good old-fashioned receipt. And as I said earlier on, Owen, Roy with the hardest right hands in the business. It was perhaps inevitable that Paul Masters would be bleeding here tonight.
Paul Masters on the apron. Went for that springboard forearm. Roy managed to dodge. Then he dodged a kick though. Almost shots to the face from Paul Masters. Some elbows by Roy as he was up on the shoulders though. Turn the tides once more. Side slam. Back into the corner goes Roy. Looking for it for a second time. Spear. Masters got a knee.
Yeah, Roy ran right into that knee as well. Masters has gone right for a pin here. No, 2.9. That was ridiculously close for Paul Masters. You can almost taste it.
Going right back on the attack of the legends Cowboy Roy. It's Paul Masters. Shots that leg.
Well, there are matches that define you, there are matches that change you, and there are matches that make a man out of you, and this tonight could be the match that makes a man out of Paul Masters.
He's poised and ready. Looking for it again.
60-odd% win ratio in NEW, but none as important as this. 2! It's over! Paul Masters! Paul Masters just beat Cowboy Roy!
Wow!
Holy shit!
That is a huge, huge victory for Masters.
That could be career changing. That could be career defining. Paul Masters just beat one of the big boys. Holy hell. With that, we will see you next week. Thank you and good night.